give the intro and hand over to Lavanya.
Yeah.
Garje sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, good evening, all. Associate Dean Dr. Manjari Kamath, Head of the IT Departments, Dr. Srivar Mangai, Dr. Mandar Bhanuse, and the experts from Little More Innovation team. So, I welcome you all to this online meeting in which we are going to have demo about the online platform for the upcoming examinations. Now, all of you are aware that as per the government instructions and as per the Mumbai University instructions, we are going to have online examinations starting from 25th of this September. So, university has designed one online platform, hired online platform in order to conduct the examinations, and then to give the demo and to have smooth conduct of the examinations. This particular demo has been organized. So I request the team of the experts from Little More Innovations to kindly take over and start the demo on online platform about the MCQ examination, upcoming examination. Thank you very much. So over to Lavanya.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all the students who have joined us today, the faculty members and everyone that's part of Mumbai University. A very warm welcome from our team, Little More Innovation Labs. We are here today to show you and demonstrate how to download, install, and use the application to take up your MCQ examinations. Today, we will be doing our demo for all the students who will be taking up the exams. So, Sneha ma'am, please allow me to share my screen. And you may make my screen sharing live, please. Sneha ma'am, can you just confirm to me once that my screen is in fact live and it can be viewed?
Yes, ma'am, that's live. It's live, yes, ma'am.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. So students, to begin with, the information on yourself, the courses that you're taking up for the backlog exams or the semester examinations will be shared by us, by the university to us. Subsequently, all of you will receive an email like this from release.efh@littlemoreinnovation.com. Kindly look for this in your mail inbox, and if for any reason you're not receiving this mail, kindly get back to the university or let us know, and we will ensure that the email ID is corrected and the mail is sent to you. This is an email that is welcoming you to the entire EFH platform that will have the links for you to download this application both on Windows and Android. So this examination now can be taken on a Windows or Android device. The recommended configuration for both Windows and Android are mentioned in this mail. This mail has some very important details for you to look through before you download the application and take up the exam. So we request you to please go through this in detail before you start. So as you can see here, the first thing to do would be to understand which of these devices would be usable by you for the exam. So kindly look through the Windows minimum requirement as well as the Android. Choose the device that you think you will be best or most comfortable to use for the examination. And using that, you may click on this URL that's been provided to you. Each student will be provided a URL like this along with a username and password. The first time that you're logging into the application, you're welcome to copy and paste this into your cloud so you can log into the cloud. Exam Cloud login will look like this for all the students. It will say students sign in. In that place, in the username and password section, kindly type in or copy paste your username password that has been provided to you. It will request for a security key. The security key is case sensitive, please note. So as you can see, capital letters or small letters need to be typed accordingly. Just a second, I've just received an instruction. Please give me 1 second. Right. Right, ma'am. So I will zoom into the screen also. As you can see, you will come into your PEXA student dashboard, which looks like this. As you can see here, you will see a document title that says EFH installation, training, and other materials. The action point given to you here will be view, as you can see. Kindly click on view. Once you do that, you will see multiple line items here. The first one will be installation steps, EFH exam from home. The next one will be training material. Using these training material links, you can download the training material to view how to use this application. If you have specific questions on a resolution guide and FAQs, that is frequently asked questions, are also available for both Windows and Android. So post this when you do receive your email. You can log in and look at these two also to clarify any doubts. The student privacy policy is also available within your student cloud login for you to view at any point in time. So let us go back to the top now. I'm going to be taking up this demo today on my Windows device and showing you the same. So please go ahead and click on the first link if you are going to download on a Windows device. As you can see, the download starts immediately and it is about a 1-minute download only. So it will take about 1 minute for the application to download. In the meantime, let's go back to the email that was presented to you and look through what has actually been said. First and foremost, face detection is mandatory for anyone to proceed with the exam. So you must ensure that you are logging into the application. This information has been given to you on the email as well. So please note that when you're logging into the application, you must align your face correctly in front of the camera until a circle or square is displayed around your face. Please also note that this has a lot to do with lighting. The lighting must be in front of you and not behind you. By that, I mean, please don't sit with a window behind you. Please sit maybe facing your window. So light must fall on your face for the system to actually be able to detect your face using your device camera. There are specific do's and don'ts. One, like I had already mentioned, to unlock and go into the exam application, a face detection is mandatory. There are certain points given here. Ensure that the face is clearly visible on the camera. Sit upright in front of the camera to enable face detection. Ensure there is good lighting on the face as well. And please wait until a circle will be marked around the face and the unlock button will be enabled. As we have mentioned, if the above conditions are not met and the face is not detected successfully, the unlock button will not be enabled. So students, please take note of this. Once we download and download this application and I take you through the installation process, the next process will be to register yourself on the application. We request all students to please do this activity of download, installation, and registration on the application the minute this app and the email has been received in your inbox. This will allow you time to practice on the application prior to the exam and ensure that there are no last-minute problems at all. During the actual exam itself, we request you to please log into the application 2 hours prior to make sure that you will be able to download the question paper. I will take you through this process as well right now. The unlock key also will be discussed with you once I open the application. So as you can see my screen, I will zoom in a little bit more here. Once you can see my screen, you can see that the download has happened. I can go ahead and directly click on this for the exe file to open. If you can see, the Windows installer will start an installation setup wizard, which will take you through on how to install this application. So as you can see now, the Windows installer will automatically ask you to allow user account controls. This might vary from student device to student device. So please ensure that you give permission to proceed in that. Preparing the EFH setup wizard. Once this happens, you please click on Next. And let's go with the recommended installation settings that your system will provide to you. Continue to click on Next. It will choose the location for saving and you can click on Install. Once again, the installation process to install the EFH application will hardly be a minute's activity. Once that is done, you will get a pop-up saying installation of the EFH application was successful. As you can see, EFH has been successfully installed. Now that the application has been installed, in your search bar here, please go ahead and type EFH, and the application that has been installed will show up here. If the application does not show up, please wait and search again in a few moments while the application gets registered into the system. So we'll try this one more time. EFH, as you can see now, the EFH app is available in our system and we can click on it to launch the app. Each time that you launch the application, Windows administrator will constantly ask you for permission to proceed. You may not be seeing the screen now, but please click on yes. Please wait a few moments while the application launches. We request all the students to note down the username and password that has been provided to you in this email. This username and password is the same username and password that will be used to log into the application here as well. So I'm going to type in what was provided in my email. I have written it down separately to be able to access the app. Once you've done that and you log in, you will get a pop-up that says, user not registered on this device. Do you want to register? Please ensure you click on yes, as otherwise the application will not allow you to proceed further. So as you can see, I'm going to click on yes. Automatically now the screen will change and bring you to your registration screen. Here, most importantly, kindly check that your name, roll number, program is all correct. And most importantly, that the mobile number provided here is correct. You may delete this mobile number and include a mobile number that is correct. The reason that we insist the mobile number has to be correct is the fact that you will be provided with what we call as an unlock key. Now, this unlock key is important for you to type in before you start your exam. This unlock key will be sent to you via SMS. Hence, the mobile number is mandatory. It will also be sent to you via email, or you will be able to access this unlock key by calling into our support numbers, which I will share with you soon. Once you've checked the mobile number and it is correct, please click on Proceed to Continue. The next screen that it will show to us will show us an e-docket screen. This is basically where your examination or question paper docket gets downloaded. Now, as you could see, that screen hardly took about 1 second by the time we moved into the next screen. That is because it is an automatic process. Any question paper that's available to you for that day's exam will be available within the application. All you need to do is log into the application. The e-docket, what we call it, is with all your student details and the question paper will be automatically downloaded by the application. Hence, the do's and don'ts that was mentioned in the email mentioned that kindly log into the application 2 hours before your exam, on the day of the exam, to ensure that this e-docket is downloaded successfully, because this requires an internet connection to start. Once the e-docket has been downloaded, you'll be presented with the next screen like this. It is an honor pledge, which tells you that during this exam, you are aware that you're under digital proctoring and that you will try to take up this exam with the utmost honesty. Please click on I agree to proceed. Once you come here, you will be presented with the unlock key screen. Your camera will have to be switched on at this point for you to be able to proceed into the examination. Please wait while the camera detects your face. So since I may be using my camera for the webinar, my camera is not picking up the application camera. Please give me a few seconds while I just rectify this. Yes, students. So since this is an absolutely secure application, the fact that we are doing this on a live webinar is not allowing me into the application as we speak. So we have rectified the issue now, and I will be sharing my screen with you once again.
Ma'am, we are unable to hear you.
Yes. So I hope now everybody will be able to see my screen once again. Can you hear me now? Sneha ma'am, can you just check whether you're able to hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Can someone just, sorry, can you confirm if I can be heard?
Yes, ma'am, you are now audible.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I've gotten a confirmation. So I'm just going to continue now where we were. So as you can see here, what will happen is that you will have your camera will open. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show you that particular screen because my camera has been switched on for the sake of the webinar. But students, please note that your face will be visible here in a camera, and you will need to either move your face closer to the screen, further away, or ensure there is good lighting. A green square or a green circle will come around your face, indicating that you may now proceed to unlock and get into the examination. Once you click on unlock, you will be brought to this examination screen. Now, a couple of things before we start. If you noticed, when we were logging into the application, if you had an exam, like which was set up for me to do this webinar today, the exam will automatically provide you with an e-docket download. You'll be able to proceed straight into the examination by typing in this unlock key. Now, this unlock key, like I told you once again, will be provided to you 15 minutes before the exam, at which time, once you receive it via SMS or email, kindly type it in the unlock key box in the screen that we were just in. Please ensure face detection happens and the unlock key is typed in. This unlock key is very specific to each of the exam sessions you will be taking up. It will only be provided to you before the exam. Our application also has an option for you to take up a practice exam. This practice exam is available to you in the application. You can take it up at any time that you want. It is not evaluated. It is only for you to practice the usage of the app if you have any questions at all. The practice exam also has an unlock key, but it is a standard unlock key of 1, 2, 3, 4. You may use that for practice alone, but please note live exam will come with its own unlock key, which will be presented to you before the exam. This will be how your question paper is visible. Your university name will be on top with the subject name below. Total duration of the exam will be mentioned here, and the total marks for the paper will be mentioned on the left-hand side. The proctoring data that is being captured will be visible to you on a small screen like this. Once again, like I said, because the camera is not coming up due to webinar, you're seeing a simple white screen, whereas otherwise you will be able to see your face and surroundings that are actually being captured within the application. The MCQ section, which are all the questions that you will be presented with, will be visible to you like this. You simply need to click on the box that you would like to choose as your answer. Once you do that, as you can see, the question number and the option that is chosen will turn green. Students, please note that the fact that it turns green is only indicating that you have attempted this question. It is not validating the answer for this question. You may change this option any number of times up until you finally submit your exam. If you recheck the same option, it will go back to becoming a pending question, or you may change the option by clicking on anything else. If there is text in your option, please note, kindly click on the text part of the box and not the empty side of the box, as you can see here, as it will not check the option. You must click on the text within the option to actually choose. You can scroll down using your touchpad or using the scroll bar that's provided to you on the right-hand side. This exam that I'm taking up for you as a demo today has 4 multiple choice questions. And let's see how I'm going to answer all 4 of them. So we can go ahead and click the options of our choice here. We may check them, like I said, uncheck, or proceed to do the same. You will be provided with a scientific calculator within the application. You can access that by clicking on this calculator icon on the top. To close the calculator icon, once again, please click on these 2 arrows on the top right. If you are done with answering all your multiple choice questions by scrolling through your entire question paper like this and choosing options, you may go into the dashboard at any point in time. Once you come into the dashboard, you can once again see the subject for which you're taking up the exam start and end time, the current time, as well as the balance time. You will also know within each section how many questions have been answered by you and how many were pending. So if you noticed in part A, I had 4 multiple choice questions and all 4 of them were attempted. I can use this box that's provided to me here as a filter. If I want to see just the 4 questions attempted by me, I can click on this box. It will open up simply those 4 questions alone, and I'll be able to view the same. Similarly, you may click on sections that have pending questions or any number of pending questions to view them alone. This dashboard is to help you with your exam management and time management, so please do use this. We also have a possibility of you viewing your entire answer book. So by clicking on answer book like this, you can see the questions that have been attempted by you and finally the answers that you provided. Once you go through and you're okay with the answers provided, you may click on this button on the top right. If the exam is completed by you, you can click on Finish Exam. The other option is that if your exam is a 2-hour exam and starts at 9 a.m., the exam will automatically end at 11 o'clock once the exam time is complete. Otherwise, if you have completed the exam before the end time of exam, you may click on Finish Exam. The minute you do this, you will see a pop-up here that checks with you whether you really want to finish the exam. Because the minute you click on Yes, you will not be able to come back and make any changes. If you are sure that you're done with the exam, please go ahead and click on Yes. Immediately, the answer docket of yours, what we call as an A docket, will get prepared and uploaded back up to the cloud. Please wait while the EFH application bundles the A docket and sends up to cloud. It is an activity that takes a few moments. The app itself will give you instructions to not close down while this activity is being conducted. So kindly wait until that activity is done. So students, this was how you download, install, register, log in, and take up the entire examination using the EFH app. If you have any questions, you may get in touch with us. We're here to help you. We will be providing all of you with, as you can see here, we will be providing all of you with a support email ID, which is support.efh@littlemoreinnovation.com, or you may reach us at this number 08047191116 for exam-related support specifically on exam days only. See, I think my screen was not shared. I'm sharing once again. Just to show you that once again now. You will be provided in the email with a support.efh@littlemoreinnovation.com ID. You may contact us on this email ID anytime you have any queries. So, alternatively, you may call us on this number 080-4719-1116 specifically for exam-related support on exam days only. Like I had mentioned to you with regards to the unlock key, instructions will be provided here in case you do not receive the unlock key via SMS or email prior to the start of exam. You may call into this helpline number 15 minutes before the exam to get this key. Garje sir, so I am done with my presentation on the download, installation and usability of the application. If there is anything that you would like me to cover in specific or take questions, kindly let me know.
Yeah, I think you have covered each and everything. So maybe Manjari madam, you want anything to be added there?
Can you please share that number so that I'll write it in the chat so that students can just take a note of it? Can we just see
Sure. Sure, ma'am. Sharing my screen once again. I hope my screen is visible. There are some questions that seem to be coming up on the chat in the comment section. Few things that I would like to reiterate once again. This application can be downloaded, students. This is for you based on the question. This application can be downloaded on both Windows as well as Android machines, Windows desktops or laptops, and on Android smartphones. Kindly follow through with the minimum configuration or device requirements that will be given to you in your email, based on which you can choose which device you would like to download this application on. The MCQ exam that you are taking, the questions will not be, or rather the answers will not be validated within the application. It will be evaluated at a later point. The green color is only indicating that you have attempted the questions, so you may go ahead and complete your exams once you have attempted all the questions. Manjari ma'am or Garje sir, if you would like to pick any specific questions that you see in comments that you'd like me to answer, I'd be happy to do that.
Okay, Garje sir, would you like to proceed?
Yeah. If there are some important questions in the chat box, you can take up that.
Sure, sir. Ma'am, unfortunately, I'll have to stop sharing this screen to move back into the other screen.
That's okay, ma'am. We've already noted down the numbers.
Great, ma'am. Thanks.
So, madam, one question is there.
Right.
Like whether this video will remain on the YouTube. So, what is the answer to this? I think,
sir,
yes, please.
Yes, sir. I let you and ma'am take a call on that. Maybe what we could do is, if not, we don't leave it on YouTube. If we do have a way to reach the students internally through your internal channels within the university, maybe we can share the links for the students there. But I leave it to you and Mangai ma'am to take a call on that, sir.
Okay. So then, what if there is a power shutdown?
So this application, as long as your devices are fully charged, this app will continue to run. If you lose internet also, you will be able to start the examination and continue the examination with no problem at all. You will need internet, students, mainly downloading the application. Secondly, when you are downloading your question paper, the e-docket, like I told you, 2 hours before the exam. And finally, then when you need to upload your answer script. So there are 3 times when you will need internet. Apart from that, the exam can be taken with limited or no network connectivity. If there is a power failure and the device shuts down, we request you to plug your device back in, relaunch the application, and it will start up from where you had stopped. So any time that was lost in you doing this activity will get added, and all the data or the questions you had already answered will be auto-saved, and you'll be able to start the exam from where you had stopped. Please note once again, this is provided that you log into the same device that had shut down for any reason. You will be able to restart the exam from where you stopped.
Yeah. So another question frequently coming is whether they will be able to use Mac operating system.
Right, sir. So at this current moment, we are offering this application only on Windows as well as Android. So at the moment, Mac, Linux, or iOS, it will not work on these operating systems.
So yeah, I think these are the questions mainly coming up.
There are some other questions, Professor Garge. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just having a look at them. Yeah, so I think some have been answered, that if there's a technical glitch or if the device breaks down while attempting the exam, will the timer stop then? That is from Hemal Sawant.
Right, ma'am. So if the device does shut down during the exam for any reason, so like I said, they will have to restart the device, launch the application once again, and they will only have to type in the username and password provided once again to enter. Automatically, the exam will start up from where they had stopped. There will be no unlock key required at this point. They can just enter the application and start up the exam. Time lost will be added to the total time of exam. So in these cases, students will get extra time to do their exam, and they'll be able to complete it like that.
Okay. Another question from Satyajit Patel is, what about students who are abroad?
Right. So the time of the exam will be set to the Indian time. So they will have to make those arrangements accordingly to attend the exam at the time prescribed. Secondly, the unlock key will not be sent to their mobile as an SMS, because if they're not using an Indian number, they will, however, receive this via email. And if they do have any issues, they can still call into our support number to get that. That will be the only difference. Apart from that, there's no problem at all.
Okay. Priyal Soni asks, can we change the answer after selecting?
Yes, ma'am. You can change it multiple times up until the point of finally submitting this script. Submitting your entire answer script, you can change your answers as many times as you would like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Amjad asks, Mac can be used?
No, ma'am. We are currently supporting Windows and Android at this moment.
Okay. Aniket Hanchate asks, can we use rough sheets for calculation?
Yes, you may. Next to each question, there is a rough sheet, or in the application itself, or they may use papers as well, if that's being allowed by you.
Okay. Are the students able to, I hope the students are able to hear this, because in the chat box somebody says they're not able to hear. Garje sir, we are audible, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Another question is, will this video remain on YouTube in case there are some who have missed out on it?
Once again, ma'am, I would like to get help from the team at the university to answer this. We would prefer maybe if you could share this internally with the students.
The link will be there on the YouTube, which is currently used for live streaming. The video will be there on the same link, as well as we will be sharing the link on the university website. My colleague Sneha here is putting some comments on the screen. So Lavanya, if you just read the screen, the main screen.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so some comments we are posting as banner on the screen. You may reply to that.
Perfect, sir. So I have a question here. What if my device hangs? Can I log in from another device? So yes, student, that's a good question. So if you're using a device and there is a problem, if you have downloaded this application on another device as a fail-safe method, you will be able to log into this exam using the secondary device. But please note that the time that is pending, you will be able to, it will start almost like it will start up as a new exam for you on the second device. So if this happens to you, we request you to take up the exam and also get in touch with us and let us know. So we can try to retrieve the answer docket from both devices.
So another question is here, madam. What happens if the time is over and the paper is not submitted?
So it's an auto submit by the system, sir. So if the student has not physically gone and clicked on finish exam, irrespective of that, when the exam is completed, the A docket will automatically get prepared and will get sent to the cloud. If the student does not have internet at the time of completion of exam, the A docket will get prepared and will be in their device. They'll have to log in as soon as they get internet connectivity again, and then the A docket will get automatically uploaded to cloud once they log into the application.
Yeah.
So maybe an hour after the exam maximum, if the student can log back into the application, the A docket will get sent back up to cloud.
Yeah, and Apujay asked some different question. What if app gets hacked?
What if the app gets hacked?
Yeah. If app is hacked, yes, madam.
I'll just get my colleague to answer this. 1 second. Ravish, since you're here.
Yes. Sorry, this was about.
If app is hacked, then what will
No, sir.
happen?
The idea is it's a hard client which is sitting on the system, and we also say because it is in the intermittent connectivity, nobody is accessing the server or our cloud server at that point. It is only the student device which is it's not even exposed to the cloud portal at that time on a continuous ping. So hacking of the app specifically is not possible, even though if somebody tries to get into the device, the data is fully encrypted. It is 128-bit encryption, so there will be nobody who can manipulate the data or take that data.
Okay. This Apura Zamble is asking, when will we receive the email?
Pardon me, sir, I didn't get the question. Can you just, I'm not able to see it either.
Yeah. When they are likely to get the email, the first one which you said, that they will be
Right.
receiving.
Right. We are hoping to try and send it out to everybody by tomorrow. We're just waiting on some data consolidation to happen. Once that happens, we will send the email out.
Yeah.
Madam, if I may ask, another question is from the students is how will proctoring be done and whether voice disturbance will affect the exam?
Right. So proctoring is happening throughout the exam. Images are being captured constantly of the student as well as the audio. So voice disturbance in the sense, if the student is taking up the exam, the idea and our request is to try as much to take up the exam in an environment where they are not disturbed. But voice that is coming out from around them will not affect the proctoring as much as it should not affect the student mainly. So proctoring will continue without a problem.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Yet another student is asking us whether mobile data will be sufficient or they need Wi-Fi.
Mobile data will be sufficient, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Professor Garje, over to you.
I think most of the questions we have replied, Madam has replied, and now this stream is going to be there on university site, and so they can go through it whenever they wish, and also email will be sent to them, so they will have sufficient training part of it, and we're also going to have mock test before the examinations, and those tests will be sufficient to get hands-on training for the students. So I think we can now stop here, so you can propose the vote of thanks.
Okay, sure. There's just one question which I noticed before we end, and that is that can a student register from 2 devices?
Yes, ma'am. We're currently allowing that to ensure that the students also feel secure that they may have another device in case of failure. So yes, the students can do that.
And what about differently abled students? Are we looking at the extra time which will be allotted to them? Will there be an inbuilt mechanism in the system?
So we are in discussion with the university on how to. provide extra time for specific students alone. But we will get back to you on that in a separate discussion, ma'am, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll discuss that later. And
Yes.
what is minimum speed required is what another student is asking, the internet.
Ravish, over to you if you don't mind.
Yes. So, ma'am, here we do not say any recommended speed because, as per us, even if it is intermittent connectivity, the idea is for the application to work. As Lavanya said, only at the time of examination docket download or application download and answer docket uploaded, we need internet connectivity. Even if it is a slow internet connectivity, only thing it will take time for that process to happen. But during the examination, even if zero connectivity is there or the connectivity is cut off for some reason, the examination will still work. So we are not recommending per se that this is a roadblock for any examination to happen.
Right. Thank you. And if there is no camera, is what one student is asking on her desktop, should that be fine?
In that case, ma'am, the minimum requirement is a camera because the face detection is required for the unlock key to be enabled. Then we would recommend the student to take the exam on a smartphone where camera is available.
Okay. So I hope, I think most of the queries and questions have been answered. And as Professor Garje says, that, later questions, they can still, get the answers. And the YouTube also, as Dr. Banushi says, will be available for the students who have missed today's session. So on that note, I would like to, on behalf of Professor Garje sir and myself, and the entire faculty of the University of Mumbai postgraduate departments, and all the students who are with us here today from all the PG departments, I would like to thank Lavanya Madam, Ravish sir, Valerian Lobo, as well as Professor Srivaramangai and Professor Mandar Banushi, who are a very big source of support for us. A very big thank you for the excellent session and for patiently answering all the questions. Thank you very much.
And also we wish all the best to our students
Yes,
for the examination. Thank you very much.
our very
Thank
best.
you very much, sir. And thank you very much, ma'am, and best of luck to all the students.